This video is about a deep mystery that most people don't know much about, and I'm thankful to Adrian Anderson, who is a student of Rudolf Steiner's work, a researcher of anthroposophy, who articulates this in his horoscope handbook, which I highly recommend if you want to learn how to read natal charts in an anthroposophical way. You should definitely check out horoscope handbook. So this mystery has to do with the tropical zodiac and its significance. A lot of people know that the tropical zodiac is valid because if you get a great natal chart reading, it's true. Like you know it to be so. So some people call this the inherent zodiac. But on the flip side, people are like, well, wait a second. The stars are actually doing something else and they reflect something different, and that's the sidereal zodiac. And so why does this tropical zodiac seem true when I get the natal chart reading? And the sidereal zodiac reading, it also rings true, but not in such a direct way. It's a little bit more veiled and mysterious. And so I'm going to try to unpack that a little bit for you in this video. And what is required is, if you really want to understand why the tropical zodiac still works, even though it's not the age of Aries anymore, because what the tropical zodiac reflects is the state of the cosmos, the starry sky, during the age of Aries. And we've now moved past that. So what's up? Why do the signs in the tropical zodiac still track? Well, it has to do with the fact that something happened in the age of Aries, the turning point of time, as Rudolf Steiner calls it, in which Earth was changed forever, and the I entered into the physical form in a certain level of maturity that brought personality onto the scene. And this event that happened, which changed the Earth from kind of a Martian planet into a mercurial phase, is of course the mystery of Golgotha. Something significant happened when Christ's blood entered into the earth. Christ didn't just resurrect the body of Jesus, but he actually resurrected the entire earth. And the earth's etheric body is now the body of Christ. And so the second coming of Christ, according to anthroposophy, is not in a physical form. It's actually happening right now. Christ is in the etheric body of earth. And so when that Golgotha event happened and the etheric body of earth changed forever, the signs imprinted themselves onto Earth's atmosphere and forever have an impact on human personality from here on out. So what you get from the tropical zodiac is the experience of the spirit, or the I am, the divine individuality, how that aspect of ourself, our core, interfaces with our soul and our physical body. You can learn that from the natal chart in the tropical zodiac. In the sidereal zodiac, what you get is an understanding of the soul that the I fashioned. And so Steiner teaches that whenever you die, your etheric body dissolves after a certain period of time, your astral body. You also leave a little bit of that astrality in a shell that you might re-enter into on the way back into your next life. And also, of course, your physical body goes away. But the I is what continues on and reincarnates. And so you travel through the planetary schools all the way out to Saturn, learning about what you did in the previous life, so you get a clear picture of your karma. And then on the journey back, you're fashioning your soul for the next life, and that's going to be your vehicle that holds the eye. It's the bride of the eye. It's the feminine counterpart to the divine masculine eye. And the sidereal zodiac and Vedic astrology tell you about the nature of your soul in a deep way, and that can give you insights into your karma from previous lives, whereas the tropical zodiac mostly pertains to this particular life, although there are indications from the tropical zodiac that can tell you about your previous life, like the nodes of the moon. But so that's the big difference. There's something really significant about the age of Aries, in which human personality grounds itself in a physical body, which is seen in the coming of Christianity. So Christ, the highest universal being, had to come down into a physical form. Otherwise, we would have been lost to materialism. We would have been so infatuated with this physical form. And we see this in the ancient Greek civilization with sculpture. They experience that spirit has entered matter, and so they're carving out the rocks as an homage, as a display of spirit, the eye coming into the physical body. In theater, you have, like, in order to like consciously pretend to be something else instead of unconsciously mimicking, which is like what happened when we had a group soul consciousness in previous ages. In order to consciously pretend to be someone else, like in acting, you have to have your own sense of self. And so that's why theater and acting comes about in the ancient Greek civilization, which arose during the age of Aries, reflecting that the eye has again entered the physical. So, and in Rome, you got the first legal rights. So the divinity of the eye gets instantiated in the code of law in the Roman civilization. And so we really have all these interesting examples of this shift to personality coming into effect. When you think of the earliest personalities on the scene of history who aren't civilizational leaders or spiritual religious leaders, like they're just people in society, maybe teachers, then what names come to mind? Socrates, Plato, Pythagoras, Heraclitus. So it's ancient Greece in the age of Aries. Tropical zodiac is a reflection of the constellations in the age of Aries that imprinted themselves on the etheric atmosphere of Earth, which is now the body of Christ. And instead of Earth dying and falling away, perhaps becoming like another asteroid belt or something, we are on a trajectory towards becoming a sun, according to Rudolf Steiner. So it's just like the symbol of the phoenix. The blazing spirit reemerges as Earth will gradually become a sun. So that's exciting. That's the journey that we're on. And I appreciate you if you made it this far. And if you're interested in anthroposophy, I love that. Love you. That's amazing. Humanity needs this. We need to romanticize our life and tap back into the artistic element. Stay connected to the realms of soul and spirit. And so, boom, Michael School represent. Much love.